Hi guys, welcome to my Flosstube. I'm sorry, I've got Erik being a very needy pest at the moment, so if the camera all goes ricky-rocky, it's because Erik's being a pest and is walking all over everything. He's sitting right there purring as loudly as he can. He ignores me all weekend because I'm out all weekend, and then by Tuesday he's decided I'm his best friend again. So right now he's being my best friend. Welcome to my Flosstube. Hello, my name's Emily. I'm here as Crafty Emily, and this is Erik, who, if you've watched any of my other Flosstubes, especially the early couple, he was a little kitten. He is a needy, purry, bad boy who's a bit strange and a bit floppy. Anyway, we're here to do a Flosstube, aren't we, Erik? Yes, we are. I've had loads of new subscribers. Guys, I have hit 1,000 subscribers, and a few I hit yesterday afternoon. I knew I should have done my Flosstube before I went to work yesterday, and I didn't, because I would have been under. So my 1,000 subscriber giveaway will be next week. I'm still prepping up for that. I'm making a couple of special bits, just completely one-offs, you know, as a giveaway. And so look out for that next week. This week's going to be a fairly standard giveaway. I got scratched. It was my own fault. I was messing about with him. He is sitting on my Mania. So this week has been a good week. I am up. I'm very peppy today. Might have something to do with all the coffee I'm drinking. Might just be because I've adjusted. Who knows? Last week was fairly full on. I did get all of Friday off yesterday. I thought I was peppy. I got all of Friday off last week. I was furloughed from my original job and got a whole day to myself, and I accomplished almost nothing. I sat at the sewing machine for a bit. I ironed, oh my god, my fabric stash. I said before, I make project bags, but I tend to buy fat quarters and it makes one bag, and then the trimmings on one other bag, so my bags tend to all be different. I did buy over a metre of this fabric that I absolutely adore, which I'll show you very soon, the bags I'm making from those. Erik, he's walking across everything now. Anything is now covered in Erik. I ironed my fat quarter stash flat onto my ironing pad, and it's like this thick. Here's me looking at fabric going, oh, I like that one. Put it in the basket, put it in the basket. I've probably got 50 fat quarters all ironed up ready. I really need to just make some bags out of them, but, you know, it's all about the time, isn't it? Robin is home. For those of you who like Robin butting in, he is home. He is being a pest. He's milling around. My little black Mazda, the thing that was rattling in the back of the black Mazda suddenly turned into a very loud bang. And it was very frightening driving home. Apparently, the shock absorber, the spring that does this, moves as you drive, this bit here that's meant to be holding on to something is no longer holding on to anything. So it's been doing this as I've been driving, which is really very frightening. And because I live on the road that does this to get home, yeah, it made a lot of noise, and I drove very slowly home to the point where Robin phoned me and went, "Are you okay? Have you stopped? You're not home yet, and it's been a long time." And I'm like, no, I'm still driving. It's still frightening me, and I'm still on my way. The long and the short of this week is I haven't had a lot of stitchy time. And when I get home, I am jiggered. Jiggered is the word we use in our family. I am jiggered. I literally take my shoes off. I can manage about 8 to 9 hours on my feet before my feet start to go screaming. My feet in my shoes suddenly are like, oh God, let me out in my shoes, and they start to swell a little bit and they get very painful. So I get home, take my shoes off and go, I hate them. And then I just lie down and my feet go, Anyone who does long shifts on their feet will know exactly what I mean. I take it goes away after a while and your feet adjust, I hope, because I love my shoes and I'm not going to start wearing horrid, flat, mean, ugly shoes. So I wear big wedge shoes because I like to be tall and I'm not, so I wear big wedge shoes. Anyway, that's all beside the point. long and the short of it is, I've not done very much stitching. I will show you what I've worked on this week. So this week I'm showing you what I worked on this week. I'm showing you what I'm planning to do in May, and I've put some things away. I'm trying to be, here comes my best friend today. I'm trying to be realistic. He's running down the stairs, yelling at Robin, and then coming up the stairs and yelling at me. We're going to have a lot of Erik today. I feel it. Hey, going to have a lot of you today. What are we going to do with you? Right, he's going to go again. And I've got a little tiny bit of haul because a couple of my packages arrived. He's now standing on the thing that the tripod's sitting on. So, as I was saying, thank you so much. I've hit my 1,000 subscribers and it's still climbing up. So if you're new, you're going to get at least 6, 10, 15 minutes of piffle before I even show you anything more if I've got this little monster knocking around. There are a few videos that I'll tack on the end as well because we had some fun the other night. We were doing GCSE art. White cat. GCSE art. We went out in the dark, in the rain, and took photographs, and I took a few video clips. Right, so stitching. The first thing I've been working on, and I've been trying to work on it every day a little bit. Erik, you're being a pain. Don't make me shut the door. Is Snow Wizard. It's a Randall Spangler Hade, and it's quite a small Randall Spangler Hade, as in it's 125 stitches wide. Please bear in mind that this is 14 count Ada, 2 stitches, 2 strands over 1 thread of Ada. So, and that's where and look, can you see there's a thread, of course. If you know me, there's always a thread hanging off it. There's a dragon there. Can you see? There's 2, possibly 3 dragons hanging in the air that are kind of spirity. Oh, Erik. So there's one coming there. Basically, I am working in my blocks of 10, and then I will just carry on the... He's such a pest. I will carry on the colour to just use it up because I don't like not using up the mup. So arrived in the post my Lakeside. So these are Q-snap clamps. These are for a 17-inch. These were just bits of pipe I had. Those here, these are the sides from an 11-inch square clamp, which is now in pieces over there. So what I'm going to do is put in a shorter piece. So I'm only working on a short section, and all I've done, that is Erik, get up. Sorry, I've just yelled so loudly. Oh, he is sitting on rolled out Fimo, waiting to be cut. Honestly, if I could show you it. Oh. Let's just say those thread drops are going to get re-rolled, and you know the bad bit is it's white Fimo. No, he's just being bad. He's going to have to go. Erik, move. He's trying to catch my attention because he's just being naughty. You're being a bad boy. And I'm really sorry for shouting super loud, but I'm going to try and do this in fairly neat takes without too much editing. Oh, what a pest he is. He's a pest. He's a really peculiar pest of a cat. Go on, where are you going? You can get that way's fine. This way's my stuff. So, here's where I am. And all I've done, that's just a standard clamp at the top. I've rolled it in just a little bit and clamped it tight. And all I've done is I've clamped it at the bottom and I've just rolled it up. And when I pick it up to stitch, all I do is I just do a little twizzle and tighten it up. And it's good enough for me. Yes, it's slightly loose at the ends, but the bit I'm sewing on here, up the top here, and I just keep tightening up that clamp as I go, it seems to be doing the job. But as I say, I'm going to put a shorter piece of pipe here so that I can put my 11 by 11 Q-snap back together, because that's what those are. And then I'll have like a long skinny, and I'll just work on the little piece because I'm planning on doing it like this, keeping myself neat. I've been trying to do about 200 stitches a day. Some days I've managed it, some days I've done a little more, some days I've done none at all. It just depends. but because it's 14 count and the blues are beautiful, then they're showing a little washed out. I'm just going to turn this light off and see if that helps at all. See if that helps the blues pop a bit. Oh God, he's back. Oh, Erik. He's being so needy. So that is Snow Wizard by Randall Spangler. It's full size, but it's 125 by 400 and something. I thought it was 410, and I drew it down. Well, so all I've done is I've basically drawn this line with my pen all the way down, and I've counted off my stitches, and I'll grid it as I go with my pen. And I counted down, and I was just about to cut, because the piece of fabric is twice this length. It's huge, the piece of 14 count I was given. And I have trimmed about enough for bookmarks. I think I've trimmed about 4 or 5 inches off the side of it, and then the big piece off the bottom. And I'm so glad I double checked with the pattern. I thought, I'm just going to put my eyes on the PDF before I chop it, because I would have chopped it seriously 80, more than the border, more than I was leaving for the border on the sides. I'd have cut it too short, and I would have been so sad at the bottom to not have it all on. So I'm so glad. And then I added a chunk just to be totally safe. So that's all there. This will just be on a slightly smaller frame, hopefully the next time you see it, because I really need this back. So there's my Snow Wizard. I've shown you pictures of it before, but Randall Spangler's absolutely brilliant. The next piece I've been working on a little bit is Opening Gambit by the Long Dog Samplers. And here's where I've got to on Opening Gambit. This is in DMC 3808, and I finished my camel. I've put in a raven, and I've just got a bit of a flag coming here. Now this tends to be just a few stitches in the morning if I've got a bit of peace and quiet, or a little bit of stitching in the car while I'm waiting between dropping my big girls at high school and my little boy at primary school. So I get a few stitches in here and there, and then I'll sit for a little while and just put some stitches in. So I'm quite pleased. I think that's at about 12–13% now, but this is not, oh, he's doing the cute cat lying all floppy thing. You can probably still hear him purring because he purrs louder than I talk. This is going to be put away for May. Something else I've been working on. Right. Okay, I've got 3 more whips that I've been working on this week. I mean, I've got a lot more whips than that, but the things I've worked on this week, I'm going to show you them, but these 3 are all in my Maynia plans, hence why I've been working on them. So here is Anzac, a Long Dog sampler, which is 69.6%. I was hoping to get to 70% before I filmed, and I thought, no, it's pointless pressure. I'm just going to do my Flosstube, and while it's processing, I'll stitch on it. So here I am. This is where it is, and I have done what I said I was going to do. I have got to the corner. I stitched to the border corner, and there's the kiwi bird at the bottom there. It's a stitch out, which isn't better than I thought it was going to be. My border only just by 1 stitch didn't meet in the right place. So considering that this, now I've got it out of the Q-snap, I can show you where we've got mistakes. He's not filled in because he's really wrong. The crocodile is wrong. This here coming down, I counted across and down. He's in the right place. He's fine. So I counted down from him because I know this is right. I need to put 2021 here. But I'm going to finish it in 2021. He's now playing on plastic. I'm coming down. I came down, and you can see I've done little bits of the pattern just to keep my counting right. I put in little bits of the pattern as I went, and then I got down to the kiwi bird and I stopped, and then I picked up where I'd got to along the bottom this way, and I've basically done the same all the way across. I've just counted my way across, and we didn't quite meet up. Obviously I've made it meet up. I've taken the stitch out of his legs. The stitch that I've removed is just here, just so that he is correct down the way. And then from here, I know I can count across from this border here is correct, so I can count this way. So I'm going to come up this way and come this way, and then this bit here is going to be the last bit I stitch. And if I need to take out the crocodile, the top of New Zealand, and this magpie again. Problem is here in this sunburst is wrong as well. So Eric's just being as naughty as he can. So this is Anzac. I'm stitching it with 2 dinky dies, which are both hanging there on my thread drop. I've just put on a new skein of blue groper, and I will insert a little video of how I prepped that, because it literally took me a nanosecond. I'll pop that in here. So I'm getting on with my Anzac, and I'm just working here, and I've just used the last strand of my little thread holder of my blue groper. So I have one more hank of this 163 blue groper, and I thought I would do the scary bit recorded. So that's what I've got. I have opened it, I have unravelled it, and all I'm going to do with this, so that's it as it comes off unravelled. There. It has a little knot tied, the 2 ends. Sorry, I'm looking through my screen, so it's a little bit tricky. So my 2 ends are there, and this is what I'm going to do. Mr. Piggy Pig is going to help me, and I'm going to get my scissors and go snip, snip, snip. And here's Erik. Here's Erik. Hello, Erik. You've come to have a scratch with his bottom on my work. Thank you, Erik. He heard the snippy snip noise. He likes a snippy snip noise. Hey, Erik? Is that what you think? I know what you're saying. I'm just prepping up for my floss tube. You can see the stuff, the detritus around me. My coffee cup from work, my detritus as I'm prepping for my floss tube, which I'm going to record in just a minute. I just thought I'd do a few more minutes stitching. So now I'm just going to put this on there next to the Down Under Blues. And that's how I sort out a hank of dinky dye, because that one strand pulled from here is a good length. Erik does not think that pure hand-dyed silk. Erik. Erik. Boop. Those claws in my fabric are not allowed. He's dealing with my silk. Look at him. It's in his mouth. No, I'll have that back. Thank you, Poddy. Right. Hey, Erik. Are you a monkey? He's like, you stupid woman, I'm clearly a cat. All being said, I just had to be brave and cut through the skein. It's one of those things that makes you go, I've just cut through a hank of silk. And I know it's not a full hank of Mrs. Sadus or Silks for You silk, but it's still a beautiful hank of dinky dye. And if I'd have gone chip, chip, chop and got it all wrong, I'd have had lots of odd little ends, but I'd have still used every scrap. As you can see where I'm frogging the mistakes out, I've got the silk I've taken off. I will use every scrap of it. I will use every inch of that. And there's my little thread drops just hanging on the pelican there. There you go. So, Maynia plan. I might not get it finished, but my goodness me, I'm going to take a big chunk out of Anzac in May. This is going to be my long dog in May. Normally I will work on 3 or 4 or more, or start a new one, or whatever long dogs in each month. This is my long dog for May, with the only exception being on the 29th which is tomorrow. So tomorrow I stitch on my pilgrim. So it's Pilgrim's Day tomorrow. I'm still trying to finish off this page 5, which is very, very like page 6 of Pandemic. Very, very dense stitching. So tomorrow I will pick this up and I will try and finish this. I've got about that much more of the page to do. I'm going to try and finish this page tomorrow on Long Dog Leap Day, because Pilgrim is my Long Dog Leap Day Sal piece. So the 29th for this, 29th of May, I will also be doing stitching on this one. But other than that, every day in May, I'm going to put stitches into Anzac with a view to really trying to get it finished. So that's my May. Also in May, I am going to continue to try and put at least do one 10 by 10 block a day. So at least 100 stitches a day in May in this, because I want to keep chucking at this one. And because it's going to be the only full coverage piece I'm going to work on in May, I'm going to use it for one of the bookshelves, because I've fallen so far behind. Just saying I was going to only use my bookshelf pieces is all very well when I find something else I want to stitch on, and yeah. So this is, I'm going to use my stitches on here for 1, 2, we'll see how I go, of the May bookshelf. I'm keeping March's and April's bookshelf pieces, but bookshelf stitches are on hold, and they will go into my bookshelf pieces of cross stitch, of which I've got 3. So for May, this is going to get used for my Full Coverage Fanatics bookshelf challenge, because this is the only one I'm stitching on. So there's no point me falling further behind on the challenge when I can simply use a different piece, which is going to be this one, Snow Wizard. Now, I've got 2 more whips from this week, and they're also Maynia pieces. So what I decided to do, hang on, there's my Maynia. Here it is in all its glory. So what I decided to do was try and get some things finished. I've just told a complete lie, because the first thing on top of the pile is a full coverage piece. A Haid. A tiddly tiddly woodly Haid. So I thought I'd ratchet through, and here he comes.
Oh no. Hello.
Hello, try and be normal.
Aye. Right.
Oh my.
This wasn't this wasn't the bright of the trees. That's, if you look at that, you being an engineer, you can see.
Oh, which bit's not filthy?
That's all filthy. That's been snapped for ages.
Oh my god. Here's a piece of my car that I was driving this afternoon. Oh my word.
You see it? See where the cracks are?
Oh my god. Look, it's deteriorated. Professional opinion on this, Jennifer. It is
Foobarred.
Foobarred. Take it we need a new one of those.
No, just a new bracket up there.
Okay.
That's a mount that comes with the car.
Can you bring me something to wipe my hands with, please? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, so the bit that's been making the scary noise in the car is foobarred. Technical term.
So the car's going to drive normally, because this has never worked anyway.
But we've had the car 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh god.
We've had it MOT twice.
But that's got like old age.
Yeah, that's been broken for a long time. Putting the woods in, it's just popped it out.
It's just popped it out. I blamed him for collecting the wood when I showed the video of all the wood and the car down on it. That must have just popped it out from where it was holding on.
Right, so
Antibacterial wipes are good for all kinds of nonsense, including dirty bits of dead car. Well, it's passed its MOT twice like that. He'll be really, really sore. Not only does he get like a weird vertigo when he lies down under a car, it also makes his back very sore the next few days. But here we go. There's a piece of my very broken car. It's been broken for some time. As I said, it's been making a funny rattly noise that went to a very loud, scary banging noise. And yeah, that's why. Foobar, a good word. An alternative word if you have small children and you can't use the appropriate F word. Okay, Mania. Here is Fragile. It's a story keep. It's on a piece of 18 count Ada. It's beautiful and it makes me cry because it's so hard. It's so hard. I am using, I'm sure Hayde won't mind if I show you the pattern, which has been taped together, taken to Hobbycraft with the scrap of paper that I wrote the numbers I was missing. There's the numbers I was missing there that I bought. Some more numbers I was missing that I bought. Yeah. Poor little... It's a Kirsten Mills. It's the same little dragons that I absolutely adore. Oh, I don't have a picture. Here's my DMC list. As you can see, this is how I do it with paper patterns. It's all, at least it's all in the bag. Anyway, this is a piece of 18 count Ada, and I think you can see the gaps. I think I'm nearly there. I think with a fairly concerted effort, I could get this finished in May. It is finished. The first stitch missing at the bottom is here. So all of this is done. A lot of this is done. And as you can see, this bit here, that's completely finished. That piece there is completely finished. It's literally that many shades of pink with a 939 and the sparkly, which I just used Blanc for. Ooh, I need to find that and show you what I got. Oh heavens, where on earth did I put it? I'll have a little ratch in a minute. And I think there's one other colour. I think it's 3799 is the only other non-pink in it. So there's 3 non-pinks, and they are all in his eyeball. Everything else is pink. And I would really, really, truly like it done and finished. So that's the first piece that I would really like to finish. Now, as far as Mania and starts go, I might operate a 1 in 1 out system. So if I finish something, I might allow myself a start. Maybe. We'll see. So May for me this year is trying to get things that are hanging around, nearly done, in little bags. Try to finish them. The next one on the pile is my Renato Paralyn. Blah, 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 blah. As far as we can work out, it doesn't really translate into anything. Hence the blah, blah, blah. I've got 500,000 magnets on this. Again, I'm using a paper pattern. So they're all, it's usually magneted on. When you make needle minders, you've got piles of these super strongs just knocking around. There's a pile of them. It's got an eyeball on it. Pile there. I've just got piles of them on my lamp. So if I need some, I just grab them and use them. So this here was my Christmas start, I think. Anyway, I am there, which is not quite half. And there are a few little birdies that go in here. I'm using a dinky die for this. This is 32 count, I believe, Colonial Blue, straight Zweigart Laguna. It's my favourite. Straight Zweigart Laguna. 28, usually 32 is my favourite. This might actually be 28, looking at how big the holes are. I'm using dinky die Mother of Pearl. Oh, now Eric's picking on Clive, which isn't brilliant. So, where am I? I've done the first 2 deer. Oh, I'm not quite half. It's quite an oval. So I've done that bit, and then so there's some birds in the sky there. So I've got a fair bit to go. So again, I'm going to have a nice stab at it. I really need to zigzag around it as well. I need to get my serger down, my overlocker. I really need to get that down from the shed and yeah, clean it up. Next piece, which I definitely can finish, is my dreaming girl. She's been just pushed to the wayside for a little while, so I would like to just sit down and finish her. She's so beautiful. She deserves to be finished. I want to finish her in May. I've grabbed this because it's so close. This is my, I'm sweeping up. I need to finish Happy Mr. Oliver. There's loads of backstitch to do on him, but I would really like to just get this background, which is all 3799, just filled in. Mindless cross stitching to just get it done. This corner's all finished. You can see what it's going to look like so that I can frame it up tight. I'm going to frame it right up to the line, no mat, nothing. It's just going to have a frame that fits perfectly. I'm having trouble with my cats today. And then there's the back stitch to go. But if I can get the cross stitches done, I will be very happy. Okay, I still have 4 pieces to show you. Okay, this one I put stitches in. This is in the Q-Snap. So, here is the Alice in Wonderland. Again, it's a paper pattern, so I've always got extra magnets. And she is a beautiful Jardin Privé, which you can get as PDF downloads. I mean, I bought paper patterns, but there, she's a snow globe, so she's going to be about that size when she's done. I love the white rabbit sitting on top and the little full coverage filled in bit at the bottom. So I'm using the called for DMC. I need to put that, the darker purple, back in Shooting Star. I had it, could I find it? And then I looked in Pattern Keeper, realised it was in the Shooting Star pack, which is the only set of colours which are in their own little box. Could I find the little box? Could I heckers like? My goodness me, it took me a while to locate it. I did, it was fine. So I finished off the Cheshire Cat apart from his eyes. There's 4 stitches. Yes, just 4 stitches in the Cheshire Cat's eyes that I need to do. Alice is all done. This side of this plant, these leaves are okay. It's got long leaves up the side. So I've got long leaves to go up the side. I've got the piece to put across the top. I've got all of this plant, all of the rabbit and the full coverage base. So there's a bit of stitching left in Alice there. Much nearer being finished is the companion piece, who is Little Red Riding Hood, and we are very nearly done with her. All of Red Riding Hood, all of that is finished. The wolf is finished. I just have to do the end of his tail and fill in the cap.
You want a coffee?
Yeah, I'd love a coffee.
Right.
I filled in the wolf's the wrong colour. Hang on. And we're back. Not that you missed me, but I have been about 10 minutes. Yeah, my camera was full, so I went to transfer all the pictures I've been editing for Etsy onto my SD card to find my SD card was also full. So out came the 64, in went the 128, and hopefully we're running again. We'll see. Anyway, the wolfie on here was brown. Now, to me, wolves are grey. Oh, here comes Erik again. So, wolves are grey in my pea size. So, I have done him grey. 415, I think. Anyway, it's 41 something. Oh, it's you. Hello, Erik. I haven't seen you for 5 seconds. Sitting on the noisiest packet in the world. I haven't shown that yet. And you're bum rubbing it. Right. So, other than just finishing off the end of the wolf's tail and his cap, I just have the full coverage section at the bottom to go. This is totally doable. On the pile to finish in May. Two more. I've got my first Nora Corbett Gardenia. So there's a bit more to go on her. I have done some. I'm up to the top of her bodice, but I've got quite a lot of dress to go and quite a bit of her wings, all her skin, and then all the little pretty dingle dangles, back stitch, etc, etc. But I would really truly like to get her done, and if I finish her I will start White Clover. That's the deal I've made with myself for that one. I'm just not going to just start them now. I'm going to try and keep some kind of semblance going. We'll see. And then the last one, oh, her picture's not here. Pooh. I thought her picture was here. Is my letter E fairy. Again, she's a Nora Corbett. My letter E fairy, that's just a rubbishy picture of absolutely nothing. A middle bit of an E and a bit of hair and a tiny bit of skin. There's loads to go on her. I doubt I'll get her finished, but I would like to put a big chunk of work into her. So yeah, that's not a great deal of showing there, and the picture is under a whole pile of crap there. If I move everything, everything's going to fall. So I'm not going to. What I will do is when I've put some work into her in May, I will dig out the picture and I'll show it properly when I put a bit more stitching into it. So those are my projects for May. I have got a long dog, which has got 30% to go. I have got a story keep, which is possibly 10% left to go. I don't even know. I just need to buckle in and do it. It's all confetti, it's all pink. I just need to just get on with her. Get that little dragon finished. I've got Dreaming Girl. Just need to sit down and do that. The Renato Paralyn, possibly won't get it done, but I would very much like to just get on with it and do some stitching. Happy Mr. Oliver, would like to get the stitching done. And then I've got this Jardin Privé Snow Globe, very close, definitely finishing it. I've got Alice, further away, would love to make a good stab at her. Gardenia, hopeful, and letter E fairy, unlikely. That's my mania in a nutshell. Plus 100 stitches a day in May, and long dog leap day. That's me. That's my May taken care of. And if I get any of those finished, I will decide then if I'm going to start something new or simply pull out another whip. I have another whip that I would like to add to the list. It's Moonlight by Filigram, and I am probably, I've done this much. I haven't filled in all the grass. I've done most of the house apart from that top roof, and then these are just, you know, these are one evening's work here. It's on navy blue even weave, and I can't find it. In this precise moment, I can't put my hand on it. If I can put my hand on it, I will add it to the pile and I will show it next week or the week after, once we're into May. If I can't find it, I will work on it when I find it, but I'd really like to get that one done too, because it's just sitting there, you know, good chunk done, but not finished. So I've got a little bit of haul because 2 packages arrived. I'm still outstanding my Barbarana coming from Nitka Moscow, which I am looking forward to very, very much. Still had no more communication other than PayPal telling me my package was marked dispatched. So I'm just going to sit on it and wait, and hopefully at some point in time it will arrive. I told Robin to look out for a tube. First thing that arrived was from Russia, from mybobbin.com. I'm sorry it's making this noise. And it's Dearland. Full kit. Again, it's this Adriana, who is Kingdom of Books and Peaceful Street. I do like her work very, very much. And here is Deerland. It's a full kit on 16 count Blackadder. And I've hummed and I've hard, and I think I'm going to use the full kit. Blackadder's in there. Now, I opened this when we were on our Stitchy Zoom, and they are bad ladies. You were all trying to get me to start it, and I didn't. I put it back in the packet because I'm trying to keep control at the moment. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's European, I think. Look, there's water dripping off there. There's a water wheel. There's a water mill. There's a windmill. There's a little, what is that? Oh, like a, oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. It's just beautiful. And it really took my eye in the way that the other one doesn't. The Christmas one, which is more cartoony.
Excuse me. We can get the parts in Eurocars spares at 35 quid.
Okay. Car's not kind of work very well without it.
No, it's fine.
Apparently it's fine. Okay.
It's been driving without it
Get
for
it
a long
ordered.
time.
Get it ordered.
You can pick up and collect it tomorrow.
I'll do that then. But I'm not taking that car to collect it in. Well, I suppose if it's not physically there, it's not going to bang. That looks like a wishbone or something. I don't know. It looks like a big piece of car to not be joined to the car. It's there for a reason. He gave me the technical description of foobar. Apparently, it's an acronym. I really liked it. Here we go. Anyway, so Deerland turned up. I'm not starting it yet. I've got several kits that I have got, but I'm not starting it. But I really, really like him, and it's quite a good, long, skinny piece. That turned up, and then my order from Lakeside. I was whinging that I was waiting patiently, and of course it turned up 2 days later. I've got the diddly clamps, Q-snap clamps, which I'm not going to use on this actually, because that is holding on tight enough. So I was going to roll it right to the edge and then clamp it at the sides, but you know, it's just fine. It's fine like that, so I'm happy to keep going. I'm just going to cut smaller pieces of pipe, and I'm going to keep these guys. So there's the ones for the 17-inch replacement clamps. They're there, and I've got these for a replacement for 8-inch clamps, so I can cobble together myself another little Q-snap with these. Also came a pile of blues. They all tone well together. That should be enough blues to give me a really good start up. I should be able to get most of the blue done with this little bag of blues. So I'm happy with that. And then my piece of sparkly. It's got the silver thread. There you go. You can see it there. That's the sparkly thread 18 count Ada for Emma Congdon patterns. And I can probably do 1, 2, 3, at least 3. It's quite a big piece. It's 1 metre by, yes, it's 1 metre by 50, I think. And I think I can get 3 or 4 Emma Congdons on there. 18 count is perfect for me because I can use 2 strands of DMC and get perfect coverage, which if I'm giving it away as a gift, I want perfect coverage, and any white that's left will have that lovely silver sparkle in it. So I've got that. If I get something decent finished in May, I might start an Emma Congdon because there's a birthday in September, so if I work on it through there, I might be able to get it done for September. So there's that. So that was my haul. That's all. I did do another trip round Hobbycraft with my girls. I got some fat quarters. I got some sewing machine thread. I've got printing ink on my finger. I apologise. Oh, I was cutting glass this morning. I'm cutting my fingers. Cutting glass sheets we get in these huge panes. It's not museum glass. It's framers glass, but it's not the museum glass that we all like that has the non-reflective. It's like the next one down, and from that we cut it into round. I was cutting 6-inch circles from big pieces, so I had to cut it into strips first, which I'd never done before, and they were laughing at me because I'm not very good at it yet. you hold the guide and you hold the glass cutting tool and you go and then you go snap and it snaps cleanly, except when I go snap it goes I bang my elbow. I've banged my elbow. Anybody else had to watch Epic 100,000 times? We like Epic. Anyway, ow. Oak. Hurt my elbow. Anyway, so yeah, I was cutting circles of glass this morning, which beats screen printing actually, which I'm kind of over screen printing at the moment. So I cut glass instead. I'll probably be printing on Friday. I'm not there tomorrow. I've got this afternoon's my pure afternoon off. Tomorrow I'm at the golf club, and on Friday I've got back to there again. And then Saturday, Sunday I'm back at the golf club. So I'm busy every day, but I did get Friday off last week, so bing, did have a day off. And I did get paid because it was a furlough day, so even better. Okay, last week I offered up this little guy, the magnetic needle and thread holder, which has got a pretty big magnet on the back, quite strong. I've been using them for a couple of weeks now and really nice. I think if you were absolutely ferocious with it, it would probably give, but they are pretty good. Anyway, this here, I actually, for the first time, because I had so many comments, I had well over 100 comments and almost everybody mentioned thread, I did a YouTube random comment picker, and I was going to film myself doing it, and then I did it on my phone before I realised what I'd done, and I was like, duh. So I took a screenshot, so it's coming up now. So, Rocky Mountain Penny, it's yours. Well done. Thank you for your lovely comment, and thank you for all your lovely comments. It's lovely. I really truly enjoy getting your comments. I do read every single one of them. I'm sorry, I really should make some sort of effort to reply to people, but I'm a bit rubbish. It's just how I am. Anyway, so Rocky Mountain Penny, please ping me an address. I don't mind how you do it. You can email me, you can ping me on Instagram, you can messenger me. I don't mind at all. As long as I have your address, I will put that in the post to you soon as. And this week, if you'd like it, there's another one. Next week is a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So you've got to watch this one and then come back next week and watch that one to be entered into the giveaway for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. This week I'm giving away one of my patterns. Now, I might have said before, my patterns are used. Let me show you. Okay, I have used this pattern. There's nothing wrong with the pattern. It is folded once. It has a little bit of fluorescent highlighter on it, but you can totally stitch from it. So bear that in mind, that if you don't want a pattern that only has highlighter, if nothing's blacked out, it's just fluorescent highlighter on this ivory creamy coloured paper. But if you don't want a pattern that's already previously been drawn on with a highlighter pen, don't enter the competition, please. This is called a Bassecour #1, and it's the long skinny strip. It's the bunnies one, and I've already stitched it. It's bunnies, and I stitched it in Gentle Arts Copper, and it's beautiful, and if I could find it I would show it to you, but it's over there somewhere. It's still unframed, and it's absolutely wonderful. Yes, Gentle Art Copper, that's what I stitched it in. It lets you know how much fabric. Yeah, anyway, I was just looking for the size. It's a really tiddly-dinky. Does it say what size stitch count it is? It's 44 by 327, so it's really narrow and quite long. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely pattern. And I am putting on with it one of my magnetic thread drops. And it's a kind of a stripy, you can see the glitter in it, stripy glittery one in turquoise. So there we go, that's the giveaway for this week. So if you want to leave me a comment and leave the word bunny, or yes, bunny, I'll put it along my purple jumper here, B-U-N-N-Y, bunny, and it can just be bunny, and I'll enter you, because I'll probably do another random selection, unless there's only like 4 people and everyone else. I was like, we don't want your scummy used pattern. Only Renato Paralyn patterns can be a little bit difficult to get hold of without postage costs, so if you want to enter to win this lovely one without the postage cost, because obviously it's me posting it, anywhere in the world, I don't mind. My giveaways are open to anybody, as will be the one I'm doing next week, which will be a package, and it'll be open worldwide. So there we go, that's this week's bunny, if you'd like to be entered, and I'll draw before my next video, like 5 minutes before my next video, so I'll get everybody I can. That, I think, is everything that I have for you today. My Etsy shop, which is getting filled, is going to be put on holiday tomorrow. And it is going to be put on holiday because I am going to fill it with goodies. I have been making... Oh heck, that's going to slide off. It slid off the other day, actually. While I've been watching telly tired, I realised that I could do things while I was watching telly tired. So I have made a few little scissor fobs. Some of them have got Lizzie's little guys hanging from them. Some of them have got my little guys hanging from them. I made a whole pile of, that needs to be a darker colour. I made a whole pile of koi carp. Little Fimo koi carp. So I've made some scissor fobs. So in the true spirit of things, I will put them in my Etsy shop. I'm doing shorter ones, and every single one will be completely unique. You get the one that you choose, basically. There's no buy or leave about it. So he's got there basically beads and sequins, jewellery findings, and a little bit of something handmade dangling off the bottom. But I'm going to make long ones, jangly ones. That one's got one of her little cows. Oh, turn around, little man. Little lady, not sure. There we go, that one's got one of her little cows on it. So these guys, not only am I going to make a lot more, because I've realised I can watch telly and do it, my very thick beading wire is much more sturdy than my super dangly skinny beading wire, which, as you can see, is still perfectly good, but is getting a bit pulley aparty, which is obviously not what I want. This is brilliant. So, tools in hands. I will get on and make a whole load more of those. I've also made a pile of thread drops with the hole at the top rather than the magnet at the top, so that they can be put on a ring. And I had made a whole pile of plain ones, except Eric's parked his bottom, and there are... Okay, if there's one with a perfect paw print on it, I will leave it, because that will be an Erik paw print on that. He has walked all over them and I can see his footprints in them, so I'll have a look, see if I can get some with Erik prints in them. Anyway, I'm chaotically disorganised as always. Anyway, only other thing I have to show you is a couple of bits of Maddies' artwork. I bought her some board, thinking I can post board, and I gave her them and said, here, paint me pictures. So here is one. And here is another. And I kind of need your help. I'd like a kind of collective mind about these, because I think these are good enough to sell. But for what? What do we say? This is my daughter's painting on acrylic. It's acrylic on a piece of artboard. What do we sell it for? I've got no idea. It's original artwork. It's glorious. I couldn't mix colour like that, the colour palette, and paint, and then paint a picture on top of it to save my life. I've no idea. A piece of Fimo, I know loosely how long it's taken me, and you know, I know what to charge for things like that. A hand-painted picture by my daughter. Pass. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen the one she did the other day. It is just there. I might just flash it just because it's so beautiful. It's too big to post. So this is on a piece of MDF. I buy big sheets of MDF. Robin chops them up. She draws the lines for the sizes she wants, and then Robin chops them up for her. So I did put a picture of this up on Instagram. It's a Hade, isn't it? Come on guys, this is screaming Hade. Isn't it amazing? She just comes through and sort of frisbees them at me. Obviously this one she didn't frisbee at me. I'm thinking this is, the first thing I did was put on YouTube, Krista Berg, Don't Pay the Ferryman. And I was like, this is what you've drawn, this is it. That's the ferryman, that's clearly, you don't pay the ferryman till it gets you to the other side. And she was like, So I said, look, watch this video. And she was like, that's so old. And I was like, no. One, it's a really good song. And two, look, this is what you've painted. But there we go. That's what she did the other day. I did put a picture up on Instagram, but you couldn't quite see how amazing the colours. Apparently when we went to Hobbycraft, she got the sunset colours. These colours here, these are the colours she bought. And that's what she painted. Isn't it amazing? Bit big, that one's going to stay home, live with us. But these little guys on these little bits of board, help me out. Anybody do anything like this? Anybody got any ideas? Because I'd really value help. I don't want to undersell them, I don't want to oversell them. It would be obviously hers. So
I'm going to shoot up and get everybody now to get my bills.
Alright. Just, are you coming in on my video? What is you're doing?
No! Okay.
I will see you later. Okay. Drive safe, yeah? Which car are you taking?
We bought one.
Oh God! But you're putting all my children in it!
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. I'm sure they'll all get home safe. He's a mechanic, he knows what he's doing. He knows what's safe and what's not. I will twitch until my children come home. Anyway, okie dokie guys. That said, use the word bunny to be entered into the giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this hasn't been too scatty, strange, chaotic. Hello to all my new subscribers. Thank you very, very much for subscribing. And we've hit the 1K. See you in a bit. I will not be monetising, so you won't ever get adverts in, around, before, after, during my videos. So don't worry about that, unless YouTube shove them on, in which case I'll be pissed. But yeah, I'm just thrilled to bits. It's like a lamb. Like I've been doing this since July, so that's a fair old. You know, I'm nearly at a year, so I've done. Oh, I'm not quite. I'm May, June, July. I've been 9 months, so I know it takes shout outs from big floss tubers to get big numbers, but I wasn't really. I never even expected 10 subscribers. You know, to have made 1,000 is poof, crazy. And please watch next week, and hopefully I'll have a giveaway that it won't just be one. It'll be several. So it'll be, this is like the grand prize giveaway, and then there's this, and then there's this. So it's not just going to be. I can't do too many winners. I'm posting a lot of stuff out at the moment. But yeah, so I'll see you next week for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway extravaganza. We are in May, Mania. Hopefully I'll have something finished to show you next week. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will catch you next week. Bye bye. This is mental. You can see the sky is absolutely sky blue, and if I pan this way you can see the snow on my car. Ridiculous. We've got a centimetre of snow on the ground. Silly. That's the first one.
No, I like the one with the orange. You can tint the rest of them orange if you want. Yeah, slightly.
We're doing nighttime art GCSE photo shoot. Everybody look at me and go blah.
Blah. Blah. Keep watch of that van, will you? Please.
Van's fine. Do we think we've got enough things?
Someone get one by the totem pole, come on. Yeah.
Okay, scary by the totem pole. There's a totem pole over there. Not that you'd ever be able to see it. There it is.
Someone's gonna have to...
No one's coming out of the van.
I'm gonna have to run away
Flora.
looking like this. Yeah,
Flora, just go and stand.
You just go boo right back at them. Right, now.
Oh my god!
See? The heck? Now, someone burping weirdly. Okay. Can I be free?
Can you be freed? You can be freed. Hello! Oh honey, you look stunning.
Wait, okay, I carried it.
You carry that. I can hear the owl.
Ow. Wait, it's my cape.
I might have to re-sign it. It's very fond of not letting me do things.
It'll be fine.
Look at this.
Flora, you're playing with the sheet,
I'm
honey.
playing with it. Do you want it?
This means it's gonna get.
It's alright, it's got to be washed anyway.
I feel
What are you?
Are you proud of me?
Don't let it go and make it land in someone's garden.
It's not.
Flora, you're running around with the sheet. Shall we go home?
Yes, please.
Let's go home.
Yes.
Erik, what are you doing? Erik. The question isn't why have I got a bolt of fabric in my living room. The question is what the hell is Erik doing on it? It's the top of the door. Erik, what are you doing? I think he's looking at birdies. Hey? Interesting. And I did write it down, so if you saw that, then that's who's won. Where did I write it down? I wrote it down on the piece of paper. That's superly unhelpful. What have I done with it? And cut.